we got this great clip from one of our long content videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Enjoy.
So the halving, every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through a halving, and basically the number of Bitcoin mined every 10 minutes gets cut in half. So the previous halving went from 6.25 to 3.125. I think I have that right.
Okay.
And so what that means is that for miners, it just becomes more competitive. But we did see some interesting things that I actually didn't hear about going into the halving, but there was a Bitcoin block mined, and the reward. So the reward is that 3.125, but it cost the miners 30 Bitcoin to mine that.
Oh my.
And so, my friend was telling me about this, and we were anticipating, well, when I looked early this morning, right after the markets opened, I was anticipating some mining-based stocks to have a massive pullback, but that actually wasn't the case, which was surprising. So it might just be like a temporary thing that eventually kind of works itself out as time goes on. And so in another 4 years, in 2028, that 3.125 will then be cut in half once again. There's already about 19 million Bitcoin in circulation, so this whole mining process goes out until 2140. So we still have over 100 years left of Bitcoin mining, but the majority is already in circulation. So
and the stuff that's in circulation, some of it's been lost, a lot of it has just been stored away and isn't really for sale. So there's a ton of demand, and hopefully there's going to be more demand as it becomes more kind of every day.
Absolutely.
And less supply should mean that the price goes up.
Yeah, I've heard anywhere between 10 and 30% of Bitcoin lost forever.
Yeah.
And then Satoshi's wallet, I think, has like 1 million Bitcoin in it, and that hasn't really moved since the beginning. And El Salvador is leading when it comes to countries heavily investing in Bitcoin, which is incredible, and I see that number to just increase over time. So I think there's there's around 50 million millionaires and only going to be 21 million Bitcoin, so not even enough Bitcoin for every millionaire to have just one.
Right.
So massive if you can get your hands on even just a few Satoshis.
So if you don't have any, get some, right? Like, what's it gonna hurt to get something, right? Open up a Coinbase account and get yourself some. It's not difficult. So that's exciting. I think it's exciting also for the island of Puerto Rico, in that there is a community here. Like, the blockchain is really kind of prevalent. And before the last cycle sort of fell into, the bulls took control, there were a lot of Bitcoin millionaires that you're talking about that were here on the island, and then they just went through a couple of years of a downturn. What do you think an explosive cycle would do for the island of Puerto Rico, if you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are many people here. There's people that came specifically because of their Bitcoin investments. There's people that, if you're an entrepreneur and you have other businesses and you came here for that reason, you probably still have some Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it really just opens things up from an investment perspective. Like we talk about real estate, a lot of people in Bitcoin, they always look back, oh man, I wish I would have grabbed the top, pulled it out, got into some hard assets. The bear markets can absolutely get grueling. I must say that after experiencing 2 cycles, I still did not learn my lesson and pull money out and invest in a lot of hard assets.
But you did pull it out. I mean, you didn't ride it all the way down, I don't think, right?
Some of my position, there was another portion of my position that I wanted to kind of play around with, which I probably regret doing. For the average person, though, when I reflect back on buying my first Bitcoins for $350 back in, I think it was 2015, if I would have just taken my initial investment, left it where it was, and not touched it since, I would be in much, much better shape.
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this whole back and forth, switching from, Bitcoin and Ethereum into a bunch of altcoins, I'm not in the altcoin game. I have maybe a couple $1,000s of random altcoins here and there, but that has just not been, like, I decided several years ago to get rid of all of the altcoins and just go into Bitcoin. I'm really glad that I did that. People are still holding out hope, but if you look back at the previous cycle, you know, a lot of XRP fans out there, XRP did not get anywhere near its previous all-time high the last cycle.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that. Subscribe to our channel, watch this next, and then also check out the pinned content for more great content, guys. God bless.